Hey everyone, let's stick with the us versus herd. If it's your first time here to the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications for when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join or subscribe to our options trading live channel, link is below in the description. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook as well. If you're here right now watching this, comment below, say what up, drop your watch list, let me know if you think this week is going to be green or if you think this week is going to be red. And if you could do me the favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Right now, S&Ps are up 20, Dow's up 170, NASDAQ up 66, 67. After we gapped down, Dow was down over 200 points. You know, S&Ps were down. They hit 30.26 now at 30.80. Quite the recovery right now. So pretty bullish. You know, things on Friday did not end well. You know, right now we do have quite a bit of news circulating regarding the coronavirus, and you know there was more than 30,000 coronavirus cases 2 days straight. 7 states hit records cases on Saturday, including Florida, South Carolina, which had their third consecutive day breaking single-day records. Missouri, Nevada, Montana, Utah, and Arizona also hit records. So, you know, it seems that with this news in the market, we're going to be seeing some extreme volatility like we did last week. I mean, it was just insane. As you can see, you know, we gapped up last week as well. S&Ps dropped in the last hour. You know, S&Ps dropped 50 points almost. 40 points. Anyway, it's been a long weekend. 40 points here. You know, SPY tonight hit 305 on its way back up to 307. You know, right now what I am looking at is kind of seeing what SPY wants to do, and I'm probably going to trade up SPY a little bit for the Qs, because SPY right now, the chart's looking a little bit indecisive. Like, does it want to rip back up to 320, 325 area? Does it want to come back down to 300? It's like, which way does it want to go? But if you're looking at the Qs, it's pretty clear which direction it wants to go. and that direction is currently up. Yes, we did have quite the drop, but now Qs are at all-time highs or near all-time highs. They were at all-time highs or near all-time highs. Right now they're at 243, and they're just kind of treading along. The dip will be bought is right in the 10-day really nicely here. And you know, I think that I'm going to be trading up SPY and probably trading the Qs a little bit more frequently now that, you know, things like tech and stuff are not selling off. If you look at Apple, don't get me wrong, it moved big last week. However, you know, if you're looking at the 1 year, it didn't even look like it dipped. I mean, it didn't even look like a dip here. You know, Microsoft, same thing. Nvidia. One thing that I'm watching right now on Netflix is kind of seeing what's it want to do here. Does it want to rip up to 460? Does it want to chill here? What does it want to do on Netflix? It's kind of been in a range from like the 455 area down to, let's just say, 400. So, which is a humongous range right now. You know, going into tomorrow, I didn't trade as much as I wanted to last week, mainly because I was really busy. And this week I'm looking at DKNG. I definitely, along with the Qs, I think that DKNG is on the verge of breaking out here. I think it wants to revisit like the 45 area. I'm currently holding 45 strike calls on the monthly, on July monthlies, that is. So I need this thing to move, or I need to roll things out or change my strategy up. It was a debit spread. I already got the credits back for the short call that I was short on, so I bought that back, and now I'm just holding the 45 call, kind of seeing what it wants to do here right now. And right now I do think that DKNG does want to make a push up to like 45, and if it can break that area, I think it could probably hit 50 relatively easily. Now, this is not investment advice for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and this is exactly what I plan on doing, and this is exactly what I'm looking at in the markets right now. Disney also got hit hard last week, and they're set to reopen like July 11th, and the coronavirus news just all travel, Boeing, airlines were down. I mean, but right now the market's not caring. Yes, 30,000. There's some record-breaking days for coronavirus. Coronavirus is spreading. I don't think it's a second wave. We've talked about this before. I don't think it's a second wave. I just think things are open. People are going back to work. People are going back out to restaurants. People are going to see their barber. Contact. We're not shut in our houses anymore, and we're not shut in our homes anymore. And it's going to spread. Okay, it's going to spread. We don't have a cure. We don't have herd immunity. We don't have anything right now. Okay, so obviously it's going to spread. I do think that this is bounce territory right in here for Disney, and if futures stay up, market stays up, I do think this could bounce back up to 120. However, I don't know if it's going to bounce up to like 125 and try to break out into the 130 range. So I'm also long Disney right now for July expiration, and I'm long Boeing. Boeing's a little bit interesting right now because Boeing is making higher lows here. It does look like it wants to break out to back up to the 220 area, but with this coronavirus news, I'm probably going to stay away from Boeing for a little while, because with the coronavirus news, I mean, this thing's gonna we don't know when the coronavirus news is going to come. I guess we can short any pop, but it also gets a bit dangerous because this could just pop back up really, really fast, as we saw here. I mean, it popped from 150s all the way up to 235, and now we're at 187. So, you want to be careful right now when it comes to Boeing, because this could go either way. Obviously, it looks like it's leaning more to the bullish side, but with the coronavirus news, I mean, these travel stocks, they're getting hit hard. I mean, if you're looking at UAL as well, looked like it wanted to recover and then drop back down. Delta is the same thing. American looks a little bit better out of all of those, but I mean, it's not good. I mean, they took a humongous hit. But then when you're trading something like Amazon, so I think for me, I'm going to probably stay away from travel stocks, because travel stocks is what's going to be getting hit hard. If you're looking at tech, you're looking at Amazon, stuff like that. I mean, these stocks are doing relatively well. They're doing extremely well. Not relatively well, they're doing extremely well. I mean, Amazon, it's like at 2,700 right now, hit 2,675. I was trading a little bit last week. It did almost get up to 2,700 and then had a crazy sell-off at the end of the day. If we zoom in here a little bit, I mean, within the last 15 minutes, it went from 2,697 down to 2,671. I mean, that was a huge sell-off back down to support. So I do think that this is going to try to make a run back up to 2,700. So we're going to be looking at some plays in there this week as well. So tonight's video kind of going to be short and sweet. I just kind of want to cover what I was thinking of doing. Just want to touch base with you. I'm not going to be streaming in the morning since I'm a little bit busy tomorrow. So we're going to get things back on track here. I promise. But those are the stocks that I'm looking at for this week. If you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.